I have finally reached the legendary rank and I'm very glad because I really dislike the Grandmaster lobby. So now I can finally show you the best loadouts for this season. First of all, I have to say that it is incredibly important to have an FHJ loadout. Now, as you can see, the main difference is that I'm using the cold-blooded pack instead of quick fix, and of course FHJ. And I'm using this Krig 6 build, which is also a faster mobility build, and I have to say that I liked it a lot. Now, you need the FHJ because there will be some enemy who keeps spamming stealth choppers at you, and so you just have to get rid of them, and cold-blooded also helps against the sentry gun, which can be incredibly annoying when placed at a hard point, or somewhere in domination. Moving on, we have Kilo and Krig 6 as regular default loadouts, so Kilo is still very good. Although the overall meta has changed a lot actually, because we have Maddox, we have the QQ9 which got a buff, we have Switchblade which got a buff. So everything is just faster now, and with that said you have to use a faster build, which is basically this one. Now Krig 6 is still top meta gun, it got enough, and so now the main difference is that you're using Task Force Barrel instead of this one. QQ9, it is definitely top meta gun, well, it's probably just right after the Krig 6 or even the first meta gun at this point, and you must use it. Although it is not very good at range, but for maps where you can beam at close or mid-range, you must use it. And this would be my best build. Whole jet, so there are two ways to build it. This is the fast mobility like assault rifle type build, but it has less bullets. And this is a more standard LMG build, and it has more bullets, but slower radius time, so you can use it to hold lanes. CBF4 is still a solid meta option, it is among the best ones, and it has better range than QQ9, so basically in situations where QQ9 just doesn't do it, you switch to CBF4. And if CBF4 doesn't do it, you switch to Krig 6. And the build is the same as before. PP90 Bison, so you're using it in cases where CBF4 is just not fast enough. And the build, it actually has changed, you're using no stock now instead of the skeleton stock, because like I said, the meta is faster now. Switchblade. Now you're probably thinking, why would I use it if QQ9 is the top meta option, but in situations where QQ9 is just not fast enough, or the match is ending and you really have to just push, do your hardest and get some kills and take some points, then you can grab this gun as a last resort, and there is a chance that you will change the course of the battle, or at least you will have done everything that you could have. LK24 got a damage buff, and it is quite viable now to use, although to me it just feels like a worse version of Killer. This is my best build for this gun. AK-117 got some recoil buff and a faster reload if it's a tactical reload, and it was good before and now it is even better. We also have the buffed Peacekeeper, which was great before and now it is simply amazing. Although it still takes some skill to use, but the skill gap is actually lesser now because the controls of it they have been buffed. And this is the best build. And for snipers, this is the best gun for you, and this is the best build of it. Or you can also just use DLQ, which is also incredible. Now, I didn't include the M16 because it has been nerfed, and while it is still good, but there simply are better options now. Also EM2 and some other guns. You can watch my previous meta video to see the gunsmiths if you want. And these are the main guns that I used while ranking, which is pretty self-explanatory I would say, and it took me about 20 hours total to complete the grind from Master to Legendary.